focus on tonight is basically going over some truths that you've never heard before. Okay. Now, a truth that you have heard before is if I take you to the top of the building and I push you off, you're going to end up going somewhere. And where you're going to end up going is down, because there's something called gravity. And gravity is created by God, and gravity is a universal law. So what we want to do is we want to focus on some other laws that you've never heard about before. Okay? When we're dealing with the life force, that is something that needs to be explained for most people. Most people don't understand what the life force is. The life force is the expression of mental energy that flows from a brain cell to the tissue cell. And so the life force governs every entity of our body. The life force must be expressed to itself to 100% in order for you to experience health. Most people we talk to don't know what health is. So if I have to say, are you healthy, what would you say?
So-so.
And I'd say, how do you know?
Well, aches and pains there, here.
Okay, so you're saying if a person has aches or pains, they're not healthy. But if a person is absent of aches and pains, they are healthy. And that is the unfortunate, that's the cloud.
That's part of it. But
That's the deception.
Yeah.
Okay, because I could have aches and pains right now and through 120, and you could be feeling great and have a heart attack in 10 seconds. We never want to base our health on the absence of something. So what we're trained is to base our health on the absence of disease or the absence of symptoms. I don't have a symptom, I'm okay. Can you be filled with cancer right now and not have a symptom? Of course. Does a cavity have a symptom? No, it doesn't. A cavity does not have a symptom until the cavity hits a root. So in other words, you've had the cavity all along, but you weren't aware that your body was breaking down and decaying and degenerating until when? Until it finally hits the root.
Yeah.
So you've already had
the nerve, right?
Right, the nerve root.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the process of breakdown is occurring in you and me and your wife. It's occurring in all of us, but we're not aware of it until we become aware. So we're not healthy if we base our health on the lack of symptoms. I don't have pain, I'm healthy, that's wrong. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to go over some of the basics of the life force and to discuss it. Ideally and universally speaking, the life force flows from the brain cell. The brain controls the life force. God created us in His image. He gave us a brain. And the brain is created first. At conception, a sperm and an egg, the first thing created is the nodal cord, which is this, the cord, the spinal cord, and then the thing that sits on top, which is called a brain. If I chop off someone's head, I disconnect the source of all life, which is the brain cell, tissue cell connection, called brain-body mapping. Got it? So, when people come to me, I find out that they have an interference. They have a vertebra that is shifted and is leaning on the stem or on a wire. These wires are called nerves. If a bone leans on the stem or if a bone leans on the nerve, it creates an interference. An interference of what? An interference of the life force, which comes from where? Ideally and universally it comes from God, and God puts it inside of the brain. He is the designer. He designed you to have the life force, and the life force is from an intelligent designer, and we have an intelligence within us. Okay, that's called the inherent or the innate intelligence. A woman knows when she's going to have a baby when she's pregnant. How does she know? She intuitively, innately knows it's time to have a baby. Your heart is beating right now without you controlling it. It intuitively knows how to beat. Your body's secreting hydrochloric acid to break down the food that you ate today. It's not because you're telling it to do it. The innate intelligence of your body knows how to survive. It knows how to self-regulate. It knows how to self-replicate living, healthy tissue. Now, either your body's creating living, healthy tissue, or it's creating dying, diseased tissue. What do you prefer? Well, you prefer normal, healthy, functioning tissue, but the problem is you base your health inside the box, you base your health on how you feel, and you are now set up for failure. Coming here, you're going to learn some truths tonight, and that'll help you understand. One thing we're going to go over is you can't go to sleep like this tonight, Clement, and wake up like this tomorrow. It's impossible, because to get from here to here to here to here to there to here is a process. It takes time. It takes time to decay and degenerate. It takes time to regenerate. It's a time issue. And that's why your wife discuss some things with me. She started under care. She started improving. She wanted to know how to do a detox, how to do a purification, and we coach families through this, because if you're not proactive in attaining and maintaining your health, then your health will do what? It'll always do this.
Yeah.
It'll continue to progressively degenerate.
Yeah.
And we don't want that for you, nor your wife, nor your family, nor your friends. So, how do we get from here to there?
Brush your teeth, man.
Is brushing your teeth going to get you from here to there?
And the proper dental care.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to choose to go to a who? A dentist. Most people come to me for something called maintenance care. Maintenance means they show up here once or twice a year, once or twice a month. They show up to maintain what? The life force. Not to maintain how they feel, to maintain the living connection from the brain cell to the tissue cell. Do you understand the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a huge difference. If you're waiting to notice failure, one of my professors taught us that in almost every disease process, a disease that took a process to get to the disease, like heart disease or diabetes or liver failure, fatty liver, blood pressure, before someone feels pain, they're already in failure.
Yeah.
In other words, pain is the last symptom to reveal itself. And the interesting thing is, by the time the body reveals itself, you know what we do? We go to Walgreens, and what do? Get this, the body's finally revealing itself to you. One last ditch effort to get your attention,
Yeah.
and then you go ahead and you take out the numbing card. It's called health insurance. You've heard of health insurance cards?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not health insurance. It's when do you use your health insurance card? When you're yeah. So what should it be called? Sickness insurance. It insures you to lead and live the deceptive life.
Yeah.
So you take out the health insurance, right? You take out the come on in, brother. You take out the health insurance. You go to Walgreens and they say, "Oh, we'll give you all these drugs and all these chemicals and all these pills for almost free. 40, 50 bucks a month, rest of your life, you can take these pills." So now your body tells you the cholesterol's increasing. Your body tells you can't digest starchy carbs or sugars. Your body's telling you get a headaches occasionally and your blood pressure's increasing or decreasing. What do? Do you get to the cause or do you mask it? Well, if you have disease insurance, you're going to get to mask it for almost free. And then, by taking this drug for your high blood pressure, it causes, one of the side effects of high blood pressure medication is heart attack and heart failure. So why would we do that? I heard a drug commercial yesterday on a radio station, and I'm telling you, even all my kids, I have 6 kids, my kids went, "Man, Dad, they're specifically telling you that they're going to kill you with this drug."
Yeah, just like a Russian
Specific
roulette.
as could be. It was glistening. I was like, "Do you hear?" And they kept going on and on and on. Heart failure, kidney failure, eventually stroke or death. And then speak to your doctor if you're tired of taking it. I forget what drug it was, but I did say to my son, get a copy of it. I want to play it here for people at the office.